These are L and H. Result belongs to length and height, such that L and H for 0, 1 will store a result, for 1, 2 will store a result, or 1, 3 will store the result, such like that. So that we need to store. So now we understood that there is a requirement of a table, now table of size 2, and for loop will be of something such that it gives us the all length string. So let's create the DP solution out of it. I hope this is clear. Recursive formula, the similar formula will create for the DP. So let's write function called integer get minimum insertion for the given string character string array. We are passing integer L and integer height. Now let's see what are the things required. First was integer table that we were creating to store the result for L and H. We are passing L and H as well. Over here L and H is not required because L and H we are not passing it recursively, so L and H is not required. L and H we can proceed over here in the loop. So L and H, we'll keep it over here. We can just pass over here string of length n. Okay, and one more character is required, so I'm keeping the space over here. That character will be for this, because over here the gap is 2, then the gap is of 3, or the length is of 2, length is of 3, then length is of 4, and then length is of 5. So that is required. So we'll write one character length. For this length 2, 3, 4 and 5 we need to proceed. So for that for loop we will write on the length. Correct? So let's start. First of all, if you are writing into C, you need to do memset, which is like it will fill up the table with all the zeros. So we'll do something like this: memset table with 0 and size of table. So that will fill all the entries of table with zeros. Now let's start the for loop. The for loop we need to write is something like this. We need to start the length from 1, length less than or equal to less than n, and length plus plus. So that means it will go for the 2 length, 3 length, 4 length, 5. Sorry, 1 length, 2 length, 3 length, 4 length, 5 length. Now if length equal to 1, we need to create a table such that L and H becomes that. So we'll write something like this for loop for L equal to 0 and H equal to length. Your H should be less than n and L plus plus H plus plus. So let's see, if your length equal to 1, if your len equal to 1, you'll get 0 as equal to your L and H equal to len. Len was 1, so H equal to 1 in this case. So you'll get 0 and 1. Now in next for loop for this, your L plus plus, so L will become 1 and H also plus plus, which will become 1, which will become 2. So that means you will get for LH 1 and 2. Then L equal to plus plus, L equal to 2, H equal to 3, 2, 3, and L equal to 3 and H equal to 4. So for all these substrings, you will create an entry into table of LH. Correct? In table of LH, you will create the entries for all 2 length characters 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 4. These are the unnecessary extra calls. So this, you will fill up the table with the entries that what is the minimum number of characters required to create this length AB or BC or CA or CD to create this two character string into a palindrome. How many minimum number of insertions are required? So that you will write, and then when your gap or length equal to 2, you will write something like this: 0, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 2, 4, which is like this: 0, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 2, 4. So for that, again, you will fill up the entry, and finally, when you will fill the table for 0 to 4, you will have in the answer. So we'll follow the same formula. The table of LH equal to, we'll write directly to the star character so that it requires less space. String of L equal to string of H if string of L and string of H are equal, we can directly go and check what is the table required for L plus 1, H minus 1, correct? And if these are not matching, if say suppose they are not matching, then we can fill up with, so it's a tri-character column, then we can fill up them with the same formula, minimum of table of, just like the recursive one, table of L minus 1 H, or minimum from table of L plus 1, sorry, L plus 1 L plus 1 H. I think I have a mistake over here. It should be L H minus 1 and L H minus 1 and L plus 1 H. Minimum of that plus 1 should be returned. So with this case, it will return the answer. So if you trace, it will fill up something like this. For length equal to 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 table entries will be filled for LH. Then for length 2, the table entries for L0 and H2, it will be filled. L0 and L3, L equal to 1 and H equal to 3, it will be filled. In such a way, for 0 and 4, it will be filled. So that means once these two for loops are over, we can return the character or the table for 0 to length n minus 1. So for that, we will have the answer. So you can see over here, for 0 to n minus 1, length of 5 string, and in that n minus 1 will store the 0 to n minus 1 table of 0 to n minus 1 will store the answer. So we over here we understood that for the given question, how to create a